So let's talk about the free will, because this is what most people don't understand really, and they think most of the people, they think they don't have free will. Most people think that free will can be taken away from you, and today it's perfect time to do this video, because how I got up, I've got this topic, believe it or not, from 10 different sources from the people that I work with. Some people approaching me for the first time, they're having issues with someone, you know, trying to help them, but that person never asked them for help. You know, it's like saving people. And do you go over someone else's free will in order to help them? Is this your place to do it? You know, then there was one guy that's like a black magician, and he's saying everywhere how like, just don't fool yourself, like free will can be taken away from you. And like, I'm here to tell you, no, it's no free will. It's something that's given to you, and it's necessary for you to thrive in this hard world, right? And it's given by you, by your God creator, and nothing can take this away from you. But you know, this is not to say that you are many times in a situation that you are giving your free will, are not being aware of it, you know. So many times how people give their free will unwillingly is that they get manipulated. They are maybe made to think that they don't have any other choice, you know, that they don't have a choice, where there is always a choice, right? That they like, they just have to do this or allow this. But bottom line is that you always have a choice, and bottom line is that nothing happens or gets into your universe, into your field, without your permission, without your approving. So this will also mean then that nothing that ever happened to you, it's accident, you know, bad things or whatever. Like, you have to allow things to come into your universe. You know, this material world and this illusion world and this hell upside down universe, how I call it, everything is working against you. You should know this by now. Everything is working against you, and you know, the other side is just looking, the dark side is just looking for that hole in your field to come in, to swoop in, you know, and to get through whatever. Is it trauma? Is it I don't know, some some unhealthy belief you have, or whatever, you know. You're constantly bombarded with things that want to come into your field and take your power away. And if you are giving your power away willingly, you know, or unwillingly, you are having a problem. So the great for example, the great example would be, you know, what you are seeing for these last couple of years, you know, and all this show that was put in, and all this fear mongering and show, basically, for you to say yes to the, you know, you are thinking that you don't have any choice, you are coerced to do it, you know. But the thing is, you know, they can just make for example, they can make just the law, everyone has to take it, everyone has to do it, that's it. And that would be the easy way out, and they can do it, right? Why not? But why they are not doing it? Because it would not work for what is designed. Because in order to work, and whatever that is, and I will tell you what it is by the end of the video, because I have so much experience already with this. But what it is and how it works, it needs your permission, it needs your free will, you allowing, you actually taking this, and then it can work to the full extent for what is made to do. So remind me, I'm gonna say this by the end of the video. What is it made for? Okay, so the other thing this guy was saying, like, he's like black magician, and like he's posting everywhere like you don't have your free will, like people are fooling themselves. Um that they have free will, where he can do all sorts of things, because why? This is their tactic. This is their intimidation, which is not so far off that you can see on your little boxes at home, right? They are doing the same thing. They are doing the same technique because they just need a little opening on your field. Watch that video. Your wounds, your portals are demon. Portals. So watch that video. So they're just doing these tactics in order for you to put your guard down and to allow it, or in any way to give your consent. Why? Everywhere where you go, you have to give your consent. You have to do the contract because you are here under the contract. Your soul is forever living, and you come here with a contract. So, and one of the things that you are given by your father is that you have this free will. But, it's not in someone's interest, it's not the topic that is widely discussed because it's not in their interest, right, for you to know this, because this thing actually does two things. It empowers you because it gives you the responsibility, and when you understand, oh my God, I'm really responsible what gets into my life, and on the other hand, especially what they don't want is that is taking away that victimhood mentality away from you, that you are powerless, that life just happens to you, that you just have to take it, you just justify yourself or whatever, even on so many levels it's wrong to do it, but they found a way to weaken you, they found a way to break you, they find a way to talk sense into you, wherever it is. They found that little hole they need in order to get to you. And then you do this to yourself. It's your free will. You decided. You made that appointment and you went there and you even take your free time to do this, and then you are stuck with consequences. And then the devil is laughing and saying, well, no one forced you. You've done it on your own. You have your free will because you do. So, is given by God, right? And it's the thing that gets you into the mess, but it's also the thing that gets you out of the mess. This is why, for example, when people start to wake up and when people start to be more conscious and everything, and they awaken to certain things, and then the first thing they want to do, because we are good people, we are good humans, we are good beings, and the first thing that we want to do, we want to go and run and help our friends, we want to save them, we want to do this, we want to do them. And we are not understanding that by doing this, we are going against their will. For example, maybe you want to open their eyes, you want to tell them something, forcefully, and they don't want to know it. They are not yet ready. For example, how I'm always saying, it's not given for everyone to see certain things, or not yet, or there is not the time yet, because what I've got to understand, I've been in these stages as well, don't take me wrong, this is why I'm so good at these things, but you have to understand that everyone has their free will, and doesn't matter, even if, for example, even if they allowed black magic, let's say, and they're fully possessed and everything, there is still spark of God in them that is working 24 hours a day, around the clock, and that person has the opportunity moment to moment to get out of that, like how that person gave willingly or knowingly or unknowingly, how that person gave their free will in order to get possessed, to get black magic on them or whatever it's happening, for example. But in the same time, this spark of God is working, through various ways to find, that way out, to find the next thing that will lead to next thing, to actually get away from that contract, to take the power back and find a solution for themselves and get out of that situation. This is why, for example, like when I say I don't feel sorry for anyone, because I know that they have that power. I know that they have this guidance all the time. I know that, when it's because everything is happening on the soul level, and when the soul is ready and really, really wants to get out of that situation, because maybe even this situation that's being possessed, it's something that's adding value to this person's life, to this person experience, because you don't know what's happening in that universe. You don't know why that person is going to that particular experience, right? So this is why, you have to resist the urge to go and save other people, to be that savior, or, to open their eyes, or to tell them here and there, if they haven't asked you, because you have to trust that they also have the guidance. They also have, even with these things that I'm gonna explain a little bit further, it's suppressing you in a lower realms. It's basically wanting to cut off this connection with God. And when I get clients like this for the healings that took the thing, it's like a mud. It's literally, okay, I'm gonna say it. It's literally black magic. It's literally the thing that suppresses you, and you can sense something is wrong, but you cannot put finger on it, because like basically you're cut, but still your higher self gets to find like the thing that's gonna lead you to that thing or whatever. Like for example, one girl that got to me for the readings, for the stories from the stars, but the moment I saw her, I said, let's do the healing, because there is no point of doing the story if I don't do the healing, because I saw this cap on her and it was true. She got it. And this is how, for example, how this higher self works. Even she didn't know what's wrong. She was led, and she listened to that impulse, that thing, and she got that reading that I have, which isn't cheap at all. That takes me hours to do. Like it's my signature product, But this is how things align when she is ready, And now she is going to have this experience that she was under this spell, whatever, compressed. She was also always tired, and like you just don't feel uplifted, spiritual. Like you don't have this clear connection with the source. That's the whole point of it, to take you away, to keep you in this upside down universe, And now she's going through the healings, and now she's actually having the experience, how it was with that, how it's going to be now energetically better, once the healings are done, and once her story comes in, and like it's like on so many levels. So you just have to watch from that perspective, that there is solution for everything. So wherever you are, you have to understand you've got yourself here. That is for a reason. Like doesn't matter if for example for 10 years you've been living hell, there is going to be one day that you're going to approach someone else, and that person going to speak to you directly, and like, oh my God, it hits all the spots. And because that's the time when you are ready to move on, to move forward. So this is why I'm saying no one needs saving, because it's all free will. Doesn't matter how you slice it. Doesn't matter how you look at these things. This is something that no one can take it from you. But you have to know that that the responsibility, when you know this, when you saw this video, responsibility needs to go even higher, like for the people that are so spiritual, people that know these things. So once you hear this, you cannot close your eyes and go backwards and do things like you always done it, because like I told you before, it's not given to everyone to know, it's not given to everyone to see. It's not given to everyone to know. And if you are fortunate enough, to get to know things, you resonate with things, you contemplate things by yourself, you are led by God, and you get to conclusions, you get to these teachings that I developed myself by listening and walking this walk with God for last 20 years. I cannot go backwards and close my eyes, because responsibility goes on high Like if I would go back, I would just get slammed, and dumped into the hole because I know better, So, so for everything, your permission is needed. Just think about all the contracts, like we can make the deal, but that will come with the price. Have you watched that series, Once Upon a Time? Wow, everything is there. Everything is there, and while people are healed, so I'm so skeptical. I don't believe in magic. I don't believe in this. I don't like. I'm a taste, like where the other side is full on doing the rituals and and doing all sorts of crap that you don't want to know about, well, you are like you're having the wool over your eyes and like, no, everything is roses, everything is fine, so arrogance, right? That's how they get most of the people. Arrogance, ego, all these good things. So the beauty of this is, that in wherever you are, you now know that you got yourself in this situation and you can get out of this situation this moment. So why would I feel sorry about you if you have the power and you have the means and you just have to listen to your impulses, watch that video, impulses and your own guidance to get to your next step, to the next step and to the next step of your life, right? So beautiful thing. When you know you have your free will, it gives you a responsibility, right? It gives you power, empowers you because like, yes, like no one can come and harm you. No one can, like, I don't know, do black magic all day long, but no one can harm you. No one can come and do any harm unless you allow it, unless you believe in that crap, because through belief you're also getting that whole and you are like, you know what I mean? So like I explained before, when you agree to something, you agree, it's like I see the energy, like you agree, that thing becomes you, like you agree, so you're on the same level like that thing and you are one. So like I always love to say, who buys into who, who's going to sell to who. What you agree to, it's what you believe in, it's how your reality looks like, right? So simple, so simple. So yeah, all of you witchcrafters and black magicians, you're so pathetic, right? Because nothing and no one can take away what God gave you, and no one can harm you unless you allow it. And just know that there is a solution to everything and that you hold that power every minute of every day, and that your higher self is always working on the next thing. Like, you're gonna have, like, simple as you have the impulse to now to get up and walk to my mailbox, for example. If I'm not gonna question it, I'm just gonna go there, maybe we're gonna see something, maybe we're gonna meet someone, or whatever. So it can be basic like that, but this power is always working, and like whatever you got yourself into, you surely hold the power to get yourself out of it. So what people don't understand, if you go against someone else's free will and you want to help them, whatever, that's still you're going against their will, and what you're going to do, you are going to create more karma for yourself. When I'm doing the healings, like not anything, right? The healings are like, oh my God, like what I do with this healings is energetic, tune up, and still, I'm with those people on counseling. I work with them, do the readings from them, and whatever. But every time I ask, just like 100%, like just give me permission, right? Like doesn't matter, like I'm not gonna ask your higher self to give me permission. No, you are here and I'm gonna ask you for your permission. Why would I do something, if I don't have a permission for? Like that's just gonna cost me, right? So you really have to start looking things from that perspective, because it doesn't matter how much you want to help someone else, this can harm you if you're doing against their will, and there is a right time for everything. So yeah, so I think this will be it. So yeah, what I said that I'm gonna say on the very end, yeah, it's literally this thing is, you know, to suppress you, is to keep you dumb, is to keep you in the this material world, logic, reason, you know, you think everything is fine, but nothing is fine. You know, when I do these people, it's really sad, because like how when I do my healings, and I have my singing bowl, that is a Egyptian piece of history, literally. And I do it with my voice. And when I got people that have this in their body, in their system, like literally my voice sounds like out of tune orchestra. It's like, "Ooh," like, and it's really, really, really bad. And by my voice, I know when the blockages are removed, you know, and the frequency becomes higher, because what I do, it's literally to tune up your frequency, you know, to break through those limits that I see. Like this, it's really bad, guys, like bad black mud, compressed, and, you know, keeping you stuck and keeping you tired. One of the major things that people are physically feeling is that tiredness, you know. And when they start doing the healings, and when they start raising the frequency, they're naturally high, like I am all the time, right? It's natural to be high. It's natural to be high on energy, on positivity and everything. If you feel compressed and suppressed, that's not a normal state to be in. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. And my backyard is the sun is going down, so yes, so leave me the comments what you think about it, and send this video to someone that needs to hear it. Okay, I love you guys. It's my SMS Stars signing off.